Hello everyone, this is going to be another ASMR from Mixtress Ray. This is my second. I'm planning to do these every Thursday because that works the best for me. I got a comment on my last one that the first rule of ASMR is to paint your nails. Unfortunately, that's probably never going to be the case because I'm kind of a ritualistic person, and about the only time that I ever do my nails is on Thursday nights. So since I plan to be taping these on Thursday afternoon, I will probably always have nails that look like this. Week-old nails or 2-week-old nails. That's kind of my thing. I don't really mind chipped nails or anything like that. But doing a nail painting video was on my list of ASMR videos to try anyway. So, let's do that today. It's probably also going to be a rambling video. I don't feel very talkative yet, though, so hopefully the sounds of the nail painting will be enough. It is late afternoon again. The dogs aren't inside this time, so hopefully there won't be a lot of insane barking. So yeah, I will get started. I am going to paint my nails this color, Merino Cool. It's kind of a grayish purple, kind of a grayish lavender. It's not quite as dark as it looks in the picture, but it's really kind of fun. And I'm going to do the same kind of pattern that I have here. So I'm going to use this other color as well. It's just a nice pale teal. Today, the day I'm taping this, is the first day of spring. So happy late Vernal Equinox. I've spilled some nail polish on this before. It was in a bag with one that was leaking. So anyway, happy Vernal Equinox. I hope that you had a great first day of spring. Here in the Midwest where I live, it's been a really kind of great spring day. It's in the 50s or 60s and it's really nice. This is my, just my little bag. I can't really zoom out because I have a really strange situation going on with my phone. It's on top of a tower of crates with something holding it down so it doesn't fall. So I don't want to compromise that situation. So this is my bag that has all of my nail supplies in it. So I'm going to need a couple of these to take off my current nail polish. I'm going to need some just generic nail polish remover. No big deal. I use this Burt's Bees cuticle cream. It smells really nice and lemony, and it's more of a psychological thing than anything because I don't usually actually push my cuticles back. This will definitely not be a nail tutorial, more just, doing nails in general. Of course, some clippers. Little nail file. And then I've just got a simple little stick a little slanted edge for pushing your cuticles, and then a little pointy edge, which I just assume is for cleaning under your nails. That's what I use it for. Anyway, something you should know about me is I'm a very sloppy person. Even when I first paint my nails, it's all over the place. It never looks perfect. Not the first time I do it, and I don't touch them up. I usually only paint them every couple weeks, so. And that is a little bit telling of my personality in general. So I'm just kind of, I like to go with my gut on things a lot, and especially when it comes to art and creativity. I just like to be pretty haphazard about it. Guess having the dogs in the house didn't really work out the way it was supposed to. Earlier today I had all these ideas of topics, and I was in this little philosophical mind loop, and everything that I was thinking about sounded so cool in my head. And now I can't remember half of it. Every Thursday I have a cleaning job. And I'm really a night person. Like, as soon as it gets dark, I become pretty animated. And I don't like to go to bed until like 2 or 3 o'clock. I've always been that way. I try to force myself to go to bed at 1, because that generally works pretty well for me. Like, even there are only 1 or 2 days a week that I have to get up before like 9 or 10. So on those days I'm a little bit sleep deprived. But if I can actually force myself to get to bed by 1, it's not so bad. So, as you can see, these are still pretty grubby, but I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, I'm gonna go with it. Be able to clean up a little bit of it here. This is mostly for your benefit. I don't normally do this kind of stuff. Never really realized how barky our dogs are at this time of day until I'm trying to do these videos. And they're barking their brains out. So, guess that's just going to be a feature of my ASMR videos. Well, the pretty great, except she has dogs barking constantly. I live in a very populated neighborhood. That's the problem. Anyway, so more to my sloppiness. I used to be an art major in college. Obviously, when else do you have a major in a subject? But I really liked the challenge of the projects and things like that. But I didn't like the grading format because I really do believe that art is subjective. And to me, if you're grading someone on artistic properties, they should be graded on effort and the amount of mental involvement in the process. Mental and emotional, because art is a very emotional thing. So I think if someone is genuinely trying and they're getting something out of it and it means something to them, they should get a good grade in an art class. Because art is so subjective, it seems like a lot of art teachers can't separate themselves from that part of the process, and they judge too harshly based on what they actually think about your work in the subjective sense. And then you have those awful critiques, which I completely understand from a standpoint of if you're going to make your career out of art, you need to be ready to hear what people have to say about your art and to be able to constructively critique the art of others. In a logical way, I completely understand that. But in person, when you're still a developing human being in your early 20s, and you're still, going through a lot of identity crises and stuff like that, it's really not a good time to be critiqued in that way. At least for me, because I tend to get really emotionally involved in my art. And it feels very vulnerable and very naked. To display it. I don't really like to do it. Or I don't mind displaying it. As long as I don't have to explain it or see people reacting to it. And I know a lot of people feel the opposite about that. And those are the type of people that can kind of stand being famous, I think, too. If you can handle the emotional repercussions of someone reacting to your art right in front of you. Wow, I mean, that's something I can barely imagine. Even if they liked it, Kind of strange about that stuff, too. too. Like, for example, I'm a type of person that wears a lot of really weird clothes. Stuff that I find to be stylish, but is usually like vintage stuff from bygone eras. It's usually stuff that most people don't like. But every once in a while you get, comments from people saying they like it. And even that makes me a little sheepish. I've always been strange about visual images. I'm very insistent upon having a visual aspect to most everything about me, whether it be art or like my nails or the clothes I wear or the fact that I have tattoos and piercings. I need to have that kind of stuff. I need to express myself in that way, but I don't want people to say anything about it. I feel like my visual image is my business. I don't want to critique on it or anything like that. So I always really respect people when they just don't comment on your looks, when they just let you be you and don't expect any explanation, because honestly, you don't owe anyone any explanation. First of all, and second of all, well, that's just it. I am definitely a very serious feminist. I believe that your body is your business and your choices are your business. And that reflects pretty much all aspects of how I feel about politics and equality. So that is my extremely rough process of getting nail polish off my nails and then prepping them to paint. It's pretty grungy. I'm definitely not going to be posting any beauty blogs. I think this video is going to end up being scrapped. It's intensely annoying so far. Call the dog crap. There's this dog that lives across the alley that gets out. And our dogs just go insane when this dog gets out into the alley. So that is what is going on. I heard that you're not supposed to do that thing, where you smack it on your palm because it gets air bubbles, which probably is true because I have had some pretty nasty air bubbly nails before. But, I should have unscrewed this before I started painting. It is sticking. There we go. Hey, I didn't smear anything. That is a first. I usually mess up a bunch of times too. This is Grungy Don't Give a Shit Nail Painting by Mixtress Ray. It's also very strange painting my nails in this little square that you can actually see. I keep doing it wrong too. Doesn't really look as good together as I thought it would. But, as is also usually my way, I'm just going to keep going and deal with it. So anyway, I ended up quitting being an art major because the process of it just wasn't fun anymore. All of my love of art was just destroyed, pretty much, by all of the critique and the emotional weight of showing your work off to others. And just the aspect of getting teachers that would be just crappy about your process and your opinions on things. I mean, art is supposed to be a free expression. And also, the pressure to be neat and tidy, which is never the way I have approached art, is just a little too much for me. It's not the way that I wanted to do it. So there you go. There's hand number 1. It's pretty messy. So now I will do hand number 2 with my non-dot. It'll be even more messy. Okay, my phone ran out of storage right before I started my left hand. So you missed that part of the footage. Very exciting footage, oh yes. So I think I will wrap this video up. It may not actually get posted. Definitely not as good as last week. But perhaps next week will be better. So anyway, I quit being an art major because I couldn't handle the pressure. I would have been first kicked off of Project Runway, I can tell you that, because I don't really do well with scrutiny from others. I really have to just be in my own world. Deal with stuff on my own. I'd like to do a video like in a cemetery. Perhaps that's where I should start doing my videos. Because it would be a lot quieter. Too rowdy to do these videos. I'm very sensitive to noise though. Perhaps it's not as distracting to you as it is to me. I hope that is the case. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful vernal equinox. And please, if you see this video, send me some suggestions, critiques, stuff like that. I promise I will take it better than I took my own art critiques. Because, you know, we won't be face to face. Because face to face doesn't really work for me. Anyway, happy Thursday, happy spring. Send me suggestions if you want me to do any certain kind of video. I hope to get a tripod in the next couple of weeks. But for now, the iPhone on top of a couple of crates thing is working okay, I think. I guess I'll see when I watch the video through. I don't really have a sign-off, so I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed my grungy nail tutorial.